Hey, Bridget,
Hi.
I'm in under Diane's account because that's how I set up the meetings. So it's me, not Diane, but,
Okay.
and I set it up so that people didn't wait in a waiting room. So they should be able to just pop in as they log in.
Okay.
And I told people it's already recording. It should automatically record. I'll pause it right now just because
ASU Mid-South has, okay. Here at ASU Mid-South, we have numerous technical programs that offer our students and community the opportunity to high quality training for our current workforce. As part of Year 3 initiative, we are focusing on high-risk STEM students. As of spring 2024, SLA has been added for A&P 1 and 2. We have seen an increase and improvement already in the implementation of SLA for English Comp 1, college algebra, and real-world math. These SLA integrations work to help students who struggle with these courses by offering additional support to reach educational objectives. This year's Men of Color Conference has a STEM focus in support of African American male success and degree completion on our campus. We are also continuing the expansion of the aviation maintenance program with the increased course delivery and the anticipation of opening the second floor in that building. PBI success coaches are focusing on strategies that target the need of high-risk STEM students by offering strategies for success class and bi-monthly check-in with success coaches, which both assist students with making healthy and goal-oriented choices by providing students with tools and resources that can be used currently and in the future. The prior 2 years have shown an increase in retention and progression for students receiving success coaching via in-office visits and that Strategies for Success course. In order to increase student success, we have to understand the demographics of who we are servicing, who we are teaching to, who needs our help, who is choosing STEM, who is in our community becoming our students. Data show that our student population is predominantly Black or African American, female, and under the age of 30, with a large percentage of those students being Gen Z. We have to take into account the attitudes, beliefs, and learning styles of these individuals. Gen Z students have grown up with technology and standardized testing being a normalized way of learning. So in working with these students, we have to be conducive, collaborative, facilitative, and transformative. Instructive, providing technical information by offering suggestions and solutions with rationale. Collaborative by contributing ideas somewhat equally, co-constructing solutions and materials for learning. Facilitated by actively directing the flow of information through self-assessment and evaluations. Transformative by developing new ways of thinking and envisioning new possibilities. So now that we know the type of students that are most likely to be STEM students, now let's look at indicators that put a student at being high risk. Single parent. These students are likely to be from a single parent home or currently is a single parent. In both cases, resources are more likely to be scarce. Low-income students deal with financial burdens and not having basic needs met. Low placement scores. Students in recent years have dealt with COVID and post-COVID. Many were self-taught many were remote learners, and some are dealing with survival fatigue. In all cases, this can have a negative effect on their cognitive health. Absenteeism, low scores, lack of engagement, probation, and suspension all show signs of social concerns, mental health issues, lack of motivation. Maybe they have to provide for their family by working or just not being able to connect with resources. Over the past 2 years, I've worked with many high-risk students, and the trend I've heard in conversation is that students have barriers in accessing necessities, such as food, shelter, transportation. Students deal with mental and health-related issues with their self or close family members. They lack motivation. Sometimes they just don't understand campus policies and procedures, or they don't know that resources are available to them. Strategies to help these students. Being able to effectively communicate with them, helping them navigate campus and community resources, using interactive learning and assisting them with understanding the code of conduct and campus policies and procedures. When communicating with students, it's good to have the attitude that you are having a teachable moment. It's a moment that you can be a professional example. It's a moment where you can help or serve someone. We're all here because we have a particular skill set and we've been trusted to execute the mission of our institution. When communicating with students, be the example for the situation. Be it in person, via email, Canvas, or any other tool we use to communicate with students. I've escalated situations where students interpreted or misinterpreted written communications, body language, tone, and attitude as a sign of not being wanting to be here or wanting to be helped while they are here. Most of the time when we are dealing with students, it is because they are new to campus, they have questions and need guidance, they are in the classroom, or they simply have a problem. Remember to be friendly, helpful, fair, and use conflict resolution techniques when dealing with hostile situations. Understand body language, the body language that you are giving to the student and the body language the student is giving to you. Body language could prompt the student not to address their need, or you can sense that they are not addressing the need in full, don't understand your response, or just simply don't agree. Be sure to have dialogue by asking questions and listening to ensure messages are received by both parties. When appropriate, give constructive feedback and guidance. Again, this is a teachable moment. And when you are talking, use simple words. Students often act and respond based on their prior knowledge, lack of understanding, and with their emotions. So make sure they are truly understanding. I've gotten really good feedback on these last 4, using campus tools, office hours, checking emails, and returning phone calls. Students are typically telling me that they're able to get in contact with the people that they need to. When I'm working with students, I often emphasize that being a student comes with responsibilities, and they have to do their part in communicating with faculty, staff, and administration on needs, issues, questions, and concerns. The next form of communication that is helpful to students is cross-departmental communications. As students are being handled and helped by people on campus, use campus tools and courteous gestures such as starfish for notes and appointments, soft handoffs, asking for help when needed. For me, it is always helpful when I see notes, flags, appointments, and starfish, about the student I'm working with. I've experienced cross-communication done very well on this campus. I have to brag on admissions and financial aid because I've dealt with them the most. They absolutely do the best job with soft handoffs. It's so helpful when I know that a student is coming to get assistance or that a call is being transferred and what the need of the student is. This helps me with being prepared when the student arrives, calls, or emails. Too often, students don't know that there are many campus resources available to them. Students struggle in multiple ways. When connecting students to resources, it will help them close the gap in cognitive levels, academic skills, financial situations, goal setting, career path choices, and social skills. ASU Mid-South is full of helpful campus and community resources. We have wonderful faculty advisors at our institution who are trained and knowledgeable in their field of study. Ensuring and encouraging students to connect with their advisors as soon as possible will help the student become successful. Advisors understand the degree plans, curriculum, and have field experience. They are able to assist students with educational plans for graduation. They become part of the student's networking system. They can motivate the student, help the student set goals, set expectations for success, and hold the student accountable for their progress. I'm not gonna mention all of them, but these are just some resources that we have on campus. TRIO EOC, they assist with counseling and information on admissions and financial aid. TRIO SSS, focusing on academic development and may provide funding to students. In addition, we have career pathways, scholarships in the financial aid office that can provide financial assistance to students. We have our home visiting service, which provides supports to family in the first year of the child's life. We have that PAT program. It assists families from the prenatal stage up until age 3. These programs provide information and support to parents that foster learning, growth, and development in their child. The LSC, students can go there for tutoring. They can sign up in person or online through Starfish. We also have the online tutoring that's available to students. Students can check out laptops, hotspots, calculator. They have access to the computers and printers, and they have a space where they can work on assignments. The library holds very good sources of information. It's a place where students can go and check out needed materials, find out information. Our clubs and sports help build social and interpersonal skills, and it expands the students' social network. We talked about the SLA, and it benefits the students by giving them additional resources that they need for those courses. Our ASU website, it has a lot of good information. Students can go there to find out contact information and the tools that they need to be successful here, such as Canvas, email, and Banner. We have the gymnasium, Greyhound Arena. Students can go over, use the equipment, walk in the facility. We also have East Arkansas. They come to campus, I believe it is on Wednesdays, for medical assistance with our students. So if we connect our students with resources, that will help them. The next strategy is interactive learning. With technology storing information in seconds and an endless capacity, it is important to engage students in a way that will be conducive to learning. Teaching methods have to be innovative, but not really. We're at a time where reverting to the methods of pre-technology is going to be a way to engage students for learning. With AI, apps like Quizlet and Google, students can easily search answers or write papers. So coming up with ways to challenge them to learn may seem difficult, but it can be achieved. Set the tone and etiquettes in the classroom. Alleviate phone and devices that are distracting. Set expectations for interaction during teaching time. For me personally, I remember being most prepared during my strategic management class. I knew that the instructor was in Jonesboro, and I was here on campus through CBN, and that he would call on anybody at any time, so I had to be prepared. I complained about the class and the instructor, as I've heard some of our students do when they're being held accountable. But at the end of the class, and even today, I still have takeaways from that class because that instructor has standards and expectations for his students. I've heard students complain all semester long about an instructor being hard or someone that's pushing them to do better. But by the end of the semester, the response that I normally get when I'm meeting with those students is that I'm glad I took that class and I learned a lot. The last strategy for coaching high-risk STEM students is to make them aware that we are regulated and we have to follow compliance guidelines, which are standardized. Students will take answers in situations personally when they don't know there are rules that we have to follow as an institution. Be sure to guide students to information and answers when they don't understand. We have several useful tools such as the Code of Conduct, Campus Catalog, Student Handbook, and the class syllabus that can be used for guidance. In closing, I'd say when coaching high-risk STEM students, we have to give them all the tools that we have. Our knowledge, ourselves, tangible resources on campus and in the community to help them move forward and progress. We have to instill in them the empowerment of self-improvement, the need to set goals, manage time, and that it's their responsibility to make healthy choices. It's important for our students to know and feel that we want them at our campus and that we are here to enrich their lives. Thank y'all. That's all I have. Does anyone have any questions, concerns, or comments? All right.